I'm Tara from the game Final Fantasy VI.
Hello, my name's John Paul with Hellblinky Sextet.
And you're watching the fans POV at Katsucon.
And you're watching the fans POV.
Welcome to the fans POV.
You are watching the fans POV.
I'm hoping to make some better improvements to my Big Daddy while here.
That's probably the worst rendition of the Yan Yan dance that's ever been.
It was graceful.
And we commandeer this in the name of the steampunk community.
John, tell us about pre-registration. Tell us about it.
I kept getting rickrolled every time I tried to pre-register.
Car. Chowder. Oh, this is a hard one. Harvard. Yankees rule. Oh, come on.
You make a sound? It doesn't even make a sound. Oh. Whoa. We're gonna have to clear this area, cut this interview short. I'm sorry, I don't really know what's going on right now, but...
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Ernie Leu, coming to you from Katsucon 17 here in National Harbor, Maryland. Over to my left, your right. Yeah, you're right. Yes, I got Dustin over here.
Hey, how's it going?
Yes, I got Chrissy here.
Hey, everybody.
And then we got
Molly, hi.
yeah, she's like hi, very shy. So alrighty, so
I don't know you people.
yeah, I don't know. So not only we're here at Katsucon in Maryland, but also we have Crystal up in New Jersey for Wicked Faire. Crystal, how was Wicked Faire this weekend?
Greetings everyone, and welcome to the Wicked Renaissance Fair 2011. I am your host Crystal, joined by Lee and Jay. We are split up this time for Ad Times production because we have Ernie and Chrissy in Katsucon while we are covering Wicked Winter. We are just about to open the doors. Behind us we have Lil's introduction ceremony, someone really beautiful singing, and first impressions so far, it's just on its way. Back to you, Ernie.
All right, thank you, Crystal. Now, first thing to come up with Katsucon is expectations. Now, this side, we're experienced. We've been here before. How many years have you been coming here?
To Katsucon?
Yeah.
About 4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years? All right. I've been coming for about 3 to 4, so. And then over here is more of the beginners. They did the newbies. It's your first year here. So what are your, Molly, I'll start with you. What are your expectations like coming into Katsucon this year?
I think that I was expecting it to be really awesome and go to a lot of panels and stuff, and I didn't end up doing that, so. But
at least you came expecting something.
Various reasons.
Yes.
I did not go to panels and have fun and stuff, but I did have a photo shoot, which was awesome. So
Yeah. That's always a good thing. How about you, Chrissy? What were your expectations?
Well, from hearing from you, I wasn't sure what I was going to expect because I kind of expected something to be awesome, but I also expected something to not be awesome.
Okay.
So I was really just going in, all right, whatever happens, happens. So I wasn't really, except for all I was expecting was voice actors.
Yeah, and you got all of them, right?
All the ones I wanted, I got all their autographs.
Okay.
Yep.
Except for one. All right.
That wasn't for me, though.
That wasn't for you. That was for her.
That was my boss at FYE. He wanted a poster. He wanted a poster of autographs. There was a limit on items, so I was selfish. I got 2 and he got none.
Oh, you
For that.
Yes. Well, anyway, it happens there. So now, okay, now we're going to go with the vets. We've been here before. We've done it. I'm sure you were there when it was at the Omni, when it was at the Hyatt, and then now we're here. How do you think, last year was kind of so-so, I think so.
Yeah.
What did you think of it this year as compared to last year?
In some cases, they got a little bit of understanding of what's going to happen and how badly we're going to trash their place. So I feel like at least they got a better idea this time around. So they did think some things better and some things more efficient, but I guess it's lost kind of the excitement to it.
You think it wasn't just like because of the limitations that they had here? You think it kind of like limited down like what we can and we cannot do here?
Maybe just a little bit. Not too bad, but I guess they're like, all right, well, they're going to be here again. Let's make sure that this is where it cuts off.
Okay, no, I kind of suspect it's the same thing too because last year wasn't as organized as it was this year. This year was totally a different story. But I kind of felt that it was like Katsucon can be a very laid-back convention, but I think this year was too laid back. It wasn't
Yeah.
really like there's not really much going on.
there
Like this
wasn't at all.
time, yeah. Like I remember one time last year, there was somebody like I think over in the corner rooms over there, they had a laser pointer, and they
Yeah.
lasered down like on the bottom of the
I do
fountain
remember
here.
that. One of
But
my friends chased the light about 5 minutes, and I was like, "I gotta go! Hurry it up! Stop being ADD."
well, you know what? I get the. There was a laser thing.
Yeah, there was a laser pointer last night. So except they were just right. They were right at up there by the gazebo, and they were shining it around like down here. And I was sitting like at the fountain, and I was staring at it. I was like, huh?
It's like a trance almost. It's like whoa. But you know who's not in a trance? Our friend Crystal up in New Jersey. Crystal, what did you expect from Wicked Faire?
Okay, thanks, Ernie. Okay, as far as expectations, since this is my first time at Wicked Winter Renaissance Fair 2011, I never going to this fair. Honestly, figured, okay, just a Renaissance Fair, just a little darker, since it's 16 and over to get in, and as far as if I've heard that there's a little bit of a mixed crowd, more of adult, darker feel than regular Renaissance fairs. So if that's the case, then I don't know. We'll see what it takes us. All right, back to you, Ernie.
Thank you, Crystal. Alrighty. Alright, so next thing on our list is issues. Now, from what I'm hearing, there weren't that many issues here at Katsucon. There was nothing really wrong. Like, did you let's go with like some small issues that you guys may have had. Not too personal, but maybe some small stuff. So I'll start over here. Did you have any issues with this convention?
The con itself.
The con itself, no. I noticed that some of the staff, I'm not going to say any names or look directly at a staff member that I'm thinking about, but I feel like some of the staff members were really strict, and with like certain things, like for example, last night at the water show, one of the water shows last night, a bunch of us were dancing to the music that they were playing. And they started telling us that we weren't allowed to dance and that we weren't allowed to take pictures on the rocks over there. And which we've pretty much been doing literally all con so far. So it was like,
a lot of people have been doing that all con.
yeah, and we were told, oh, you're not allowed to do that. And nobody had said anything about that before. So it was like,
Some of the issues going on during the fountain show. How about you, Chrissy? Any like small issues that you had?
The only thing I can think of is one or two of the scheduling issues, and that was like when they did. The only one I can think of is when they were doing one of the autograph sessions. They were going till late at night, and one of the last sessions last night, they had to cut the session short because of the fact that the artist, the voice actor Greg Ayres, was also supposed to do the DJ for the rave last night, so he had to cut his autograph session short because of the fact that he then had to go and set up for the rave. So I'm like, that could have been like, if you know you're going to need this guy for the rave, maybe schedule his autograph session earlier in the day instead of the last one at the end of the night.
Very true there. All right, how about you, Dustin? Any issues that you had here?
Well, hopefully this isn't the right exact DJ. It could be bad. But, all right, okay, that's good then. All right, the first night rave, like last year, was not that good. The lights were on. I don't know if anyone knows about a rave here or not, but it's dark, lights flash, and people have seizures 24/7.
If you have epilepsy, do not go to the rave.
Oh, no, that was a warning. Don't go if you have epilepsy or seizure problems. But my point being is it's supposed to, like, be crazy, but it was bright out there. The first DJ didn't play any good kind of music to get the good mood going or people dancing. It was halftime we were staying like this, and we danced for like a second, and then it'd go back to being like, all right, well, let's wait for the next song. So me and my friends mostly just left after the first DJ.
Okay.
So
now, some of the I didn't really have any issues going on here with the con, but I know that I heard that someone dressed up as one of the hotel staff and selling fake badges.
Not selling, giving out.
Oh, giving out free badges, but they turned out to be fake. So that they caught the guy.
Quite a few. I don't know if they caught the guy. I heard about it because I knew someone who saw the guy doing it. So staff took information from them. Yeah. But yeah, because they were going around. While I was online for Greg Ayres, they were going around checking the thickness and of the passes to make sure that they were real passes.
Okay, yeah. So that was like a small issue there. It's not really something you can control, but it's something that happened. Now,
At least they were doing a good job. They were working on it quick. As soon as they found out about it, they were trying to get as much information to find the guy as possible. So they were organized with that at least.
all right, that's a very good thing right there. Now, since we didn't really have many issues that happened here, let's go on some tips so that way you can avoid some issues that you may get at a convention. Like, what is one tip that you leave for since it's your first time here? What tip would you leave for another beginner that might in order to avoid for next year, to try to avoid some issues here at Katsucon? It could do with cost, could do with hotels, do you have any advice, Molly, for those?
Yeah. Don't decide that you're coming on Thursday night right before the con, because you might not financially be prepared for it.
That's fair enough. How about you?
I got one or two. Based on just this weekend, I would say if you're gonna get a hotel, definitely get a hotel as close as possible. But I actually, looking the way things worked out this weekend, don't get it here because it's a mob scene here. Just on checkout alone, there's a line down the lobby to check out, and we took a couple minutes at our hotel across the street. So if you're gonna get a hotel, get as close as possible, not necessarily the Gaylord.
Yeah.
And also, there's no avoiding it. This place has a lot of expensive places like food and all that. It's not the con's fault. Just be prepared that you're going to have to spend money on food or do a lot of takeout. So save up for food if not for the deal. If you're not going to save up for the dealer's room.
And bring your own food. Bring your own snacks and stuff. So I mean, it's.
How big of a bag did we have of snacks that we still haven't finished?
Very big bag here. All right. So how about you, Dustin? What would you recommend? Do you have any tips or anything like that for all the newbies that are coming? That you would have them here at Katsucon, maybe as they said, cost pretty cheap. Maybe do something else. Do you have any?
Again, pretty much the same thing. The sodas here are $3, $2.50 for a bottle of Coke this big. You can get them dollar store for $1.10. I mean, bring your own snacks was a good one. If you're gonna be in charge of a room, make sure you don't pick people who are gonna mess up sometimes, because that's a big time that a lot of people are for the first time coming to the convention, they're I got this. I can run it. And they run into a lot of problems. You gotta be prepared and maybe make not everyone happy.
Experience.
Yeah.
I
I
did
know
it.
that from a lot of experience.
I did that at Icon one year. I was in charge when I was president, and that was a handful being in charge of 9 rooms. You did it right. Yeah, I did do it right. Everything worked out fine. Yeah, and then when we did with my first year with Otakon, trying to control all those guys.
There's a lot. Packing 10 guys in one room is not a fun thing.
It's not testosterone, no. But the last thing I'd say is if you're gonna get a hotel room here, like I did, make sure that everything works out well and you.
No, keep talking.
That's cool. That's cool. Okay. But anyways, as I was saying, if you can get a hotel room here like I did, just make sure you get all them. What I said earlier was be careful with if you get a hotel room here like I did. Just make sure you talk to them. You make sure that you know all the fees, the hidden fees that they don't really tell you, all the taxes, everything. You make sure you know everything before going there and staying here.
Yeah. One piece of advice I would also say is that if you're traveling here, the best bet would probably be a car, because if you take public transportation here, you have to stop at Washington and then take a taxi over to here. That's $40 right there. That's expensive as is. So to go back and forth. So the best thing to do is just take your car, go into the parking garage. It's about $11 a day. And
if you're staying here, it's $11 a day.
If you're staying here.
That's not bad. Both Otakon, most of them are $20 a day.
Yeah, so.
Actually, Otakon was $70 for me.
Oh, jeez.
I was in the Hilton. That was my choice.
Well, that's another issue for another day. We'll talk about that in July. Anyways,
I'll be
so
there.
those are our issues, Crystal. How about yours? Did you have any issues while you were at Wicked Faire?
Thanks, Ernie. Okay, as far as issues with this particular convention, there's a couple. Not too bad, but because it's a catch-22. It's nice for the fact of they're utilizing the entire hotel by the vendors are actually in their own rooms having their own booth set up. You're able to not have to worry about going to outside the building, have to travel down the road to get to a certain spot. Everything is here. That's wonderful. Bad part is that it makes a little bit of a maze to try to navigate through. The brochure does come with a map and a key to kind of help you, but you find yourself walking through the halls going, what's in that room, and where'd that go? And it gets a little confusing. And because it's in their own hotel rooms, it gets very congested in there. You can't really walk through the way you want to. But at the same time, it's good because when you're in a dealer's room and there's that many tables, everybody's so crowded around one table, you can't see anything anyway. But other than that, food-wise, it's good to bring food. They do have places to eat here, but because it's so congested with everybody staying in the hotel, it means the restaurants are more congested. So it might be a good idea to bring your own snack if you can. Alright, and one more issue that I would have to say I had was, as far as the programming, just needs to be a little bit more explained on what the events that are going on, what is entailed in them. You may go into one room expecting one thing, and it's something not quite what you expected. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Which I think it's a problem that I've seen at a lot of conventions, where the person who walks in wants further explanation, and they don't always get it. But you take it with a grain of salt. You still enjoy the con. All right, back to you, Ernie.
All right, so next up on our list is the main events here. Now, before we talk about main events, I like montages.
Yes.
Yeah, so here's a montage of the masquerade.
You mean you don't know where you are? No. You're at Katsucon!
Alrighty, so that was the masquerade. Now, I think I'm the only person that went to the masquerade out of the four of us.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I saw the after show.
Oh, okay. What'd you think of it?
I thought the band was really, really good, and it was really fun to watch, especially Snake running around in the background.
Yes, the band was trifecta afterwards. So, Dustin, have you ever been in the masquerade here before or no?
I have not been in the masquerade. I've only been to one masquerade at Katsucon at the Omni Shore, but that was it. I've been to it once, and it was okay. I went for somebody else a long time ago, but now it just doesn't suit me anymore.
Yeah. Actually, I met up with him at that one because I remember that you're like, oh, you're Pirate's friend, and then it's like, and he didn't forget.
That was the one.
Yeah, he forgot her name.
My name.
And I cried for like 20 minutes over the camera. And I guarantee you still have that footage. And
I think I still
watch it every once in a while.
I really hope they don't play it during this one right here, because I've already.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. How about you, Molly? Did you ever go to the masquerade at any convention masquerade?
Yeah, I've been to I went to the masquerade at New York Anime Fest, and I got my camera stolen. It was perfect, right?
Yes, it is. Now, a little birdie told me that you're going to be in a skit at Anime Boston, right?
I am going to be in a skit in Anime Boston.
Can you tell us a little something about it?
Or is it a secret?
I can't tell you anything, but look at the path. So that's it.
Okay, all right. No, so we got a little something there. A little something there. So those are the main events that happen here at Katsucon. Crystal, how about you?
Thanks, Chrissy. Okay, now back to talking about main events. There wasn't per se one main event that dominated over another one at this event, but here's a few that we went to and took some footage of. We saw Katie Cat, who she's like a siren singing. She has beautiful voice. And she was dressed gorgeous. I know we have some footage of that. Really high operatic. It was just wonderful to listen to. The other thing that we saw after that was Wick Pleasurable Painful Show, which we got some really interesting footage for that. Ernie posted up.
3, 2, 1, it tickles, shut up. And the nail goes all the way in. Ow! This nail is stopping about that far away from the back of my head. One more tap to yield, little tiny wussy hammer out that could render me dead. Frankly? No, thank you. Hi, Mom! It's like 3D. To make awesome television. So, now that the nail is in there, there's only one more thing you can do while the nail is in your head. A lot of people ask, when the nail's in there, holy shit, do you get a lot of gunk stuck up in your nose? Do you
get a lot of gunk stuck up your
Good
nose?
question, thank you. Yes, it's true. That is the one downfall about doing this particular routine, is I have stretched my nasal cavity to about the size of my pinky. So, kids, people, say no to drugs. Now, guys, as you know, once your 6-inch long hard thing is in somebody's face, all you can do at that point is you just have to promise yourself you're going to go ahead and pull out. Now pay attention. I love you. She's a keeper. So, that's it. Come here. You got to get up here now. Come on. You have to. Come on. You got to help me out with this. Give her a round of applause, everybody.
No, hold it up and talk to him. Do it.
Oh, she's bringing her microphone. Oh, look at that. We match. Look at it. We got little doodads and stuff. All right. Now you're going to come over here. Bet you didn't think this shit was going to happen to you today. All right. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your hand and you're going to hold it out like so. And what you're going to do is you're going to grab the end of this nail. You're not going to shake it or push it or move me around like a marionette doll here. Because I will pimp smack you so fast. I don't care if it's on camera. We can delete that. So once again, hand out like this. And don't drop the nail when it's done, because I don't want to get it all dirty. Okay? I'm going to hand this out to somebody in the next show. I don't want them, it's on the floor. So here we go. Now you grab it. Ow! I'm just kidding. Sorry. Grab the nail, squeeze it tight, and stay right there. Ah! Oh. Folks, that was a human blockhead. Put your hands together. Thank you very much for that.
The next thing that we saw, by the way, thank you, Wick, for that amazing interview. We'll be posting it up later on. He's a really good sport about it. The next thing that we had saw was the Madaliano Japanese rope show. We took they were gracious enough to allow us to film. One of the great things about having the rooms at this con was that because it had a more adult feel to it, they're able to section off rooms to just be 18 and over. So there's like a whole wing that's just 18 and over, which makes me feel better. The fact that it is 16 over, minors and everything, just makes me feel more comfortable walking through, knowing that there's not a kid walking into the room while we're watching someone be tied up with ropes in a very beautiful way. And here's a clip of that.
Of the arm called the median nerve. This nerve is highly protected by muscle in the arm, except at one point. This is the brachial. I'm sorry. Thank you. The brachial nerve cluster. This is an area that is very well. It sucks. Look, that sucks for her right now. For me, it's fine, but for her, it sucks. But this.
Okay, one of the next shows that I consider this to be a highlight is going to be the Green Wolf versus Wick. Who is more flaming show? It's going to be a fire show outside. With the winds that we've been having this weekend, this should be interesting. I look forward to seeing that. After that, we're going to end the night with Voltaire. Voltaire's an old favorite with us, so we're looking forward to him singing later on at midnight. And we'll add a few more things that we're going to see along the way. Stay tuned. Back to you, Ernie.
All right, so thank you, Crystal, for the main events that you had at Wicked Fair. Next up on our list, cosplayers. Now, every convention, they always have them. They have a bunch of them. 99.9% of the population at conventions are cosplayers. So, before we get into our favorite cosplayers, what are the trends? No, we're gonna do. How about the trends? What did you guys see a lot of here at Katsucon? Did you guys?
I saw a lot of a surprising number of Soul Eater cosplayers, which I wasn't exactly expecting. I also saw a lot of Vocaloids and a lot of Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts.
Okay, how about you, Chris?
Definitely, Kingdom Hearts is always up there. There was actually, I didn't really see that much Italia, which I was surprised. I expected, 50% of the cosplays to be Italia.
You weren't sitting right here during their photo shoot.
Okay, yeah.
I think I was up there and I heard the screams. It's like, ah! And I'm like, what the hell is that?
Like,
You can hear that all the way up there with the gazebo.
My sound man is not.
What is it? What was the sound again? No. We love you, Chris.
Screwing with Chris. Yeah. All right, but I really didn't see that many of one particular. I was actually very surprised at how mixed it seemed. Okay. But yeah, definitely Kingdom Hearts and probably Hitalia were probably the big ones. Though I saw a lot of Black Butler, but I think that's to be expected because they just came out with the first part of the season box set, and the next part is coming out soon. So everyone's getting big on that. Yeah,
and also that's still a rising fandom. I mean, it came out 2 years ago, and they just finished their second season. And now they started the dub in October. Like they aired the first dub, so I mean it's
a work in progress.
It's still the fandom is like rising and hugely. I mean, like I cosplay from Kuroshitsuji, so I mean like.
All right, how about you, Dustin? Did you see any trends with cosplayers here? Like see a lot of?
Hitalia, really. There's always Kingdom Hearts characters. It's become, I guess, one of the. I'm one of them. I'm Rox. I am Roxas. Anywho, they're always a part of the group here. Yeah. Naruto's always part of the group, but Minecraft, I don't believe it. But Minecraft, the game that I'm assuming a lot of people already know about. There's a lot of people with Minecraft shirts or like boxes because it's like a very simple game. But a lot of them are around. I was kind of cool, but surprised.
Alrighty, yeah. I kind of grow along with your lines there, like how it's very mixed and very variety. There's not one particular thing that I saw, but what I noticed a lot of were a lot of video game cosplays and not a lot of anime. Video game cosplays at an anime convention. So I was just
kind of common though now that the anime I think is melded with video games to a degree.
It's all together there.
Yeah, the con world has pretty much become whatever you think is funny or cool has now become the okay for it, which is fine with me because some of them are pretty amazing.
Also, they're doing a lot with the video games now is certain cutscenes. They're basically making the cutscenes in the video game anime if they're not CGI cutscenes. So that's why I think it's also kind of works together.
Alrighty. Now, next up is our favorite cosplayers. Did you guys have any in particular that you liked, other than yourself? Not yourselves. They can't. So, other than yourself, who was your favorite cosplayer?
Definitely the Toothless.
Yeah.
Definitely the Toothless. We have to have it. I think that the cosplay was just really well done. Like extremely well done. Like it actually looked exactly like the Dragon Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon, and not only was it just really well made, but the person inside the costume was extremely in character. Like down to like a T. Like I was like, oh my God, Toothless is real.
Alright, I can see that. Toothless was definitely a good one. How about you, Chrissy? Who was your favorite?
I definitely agree that Toothless was the best cosplay I saw this weekend. Several cosplayers, I love their costumes. They were well made and great, but overall, as just like in character, the costume and all that, it had to be Toothless.
Alright, how about you, Dustin? Who was your favorite?
I did see Toothless. That was very amazing, to be honest. I did see a couple Dragon Ball Z characters. One was a bit. It was only 9,001, but anyhow, one person was a bit, stuck up a little bit. But I mean, but the point being was it was a good cosplay. You gotta have to give credit where credit's due. Besides that, Yeah. The Pokemon were a lot this year, but some of them were really like spot on and real good, so I can't complain too much.
Okay. I'm trying to think of like my favorite ones, because I know there were a couple that I really liked. I think it's just like the chemistry between the two was Catwoman and Batman.
And they weren't even here together.
Yeah, they weren't here. They were just like they were paired together. I like how they played it. I like how Batman really like relished in the character itself. I think I like Catwoman, and it wasn't like the usual Catwoman. It was the old.
It was Julie Newmar, Catwoman.
Exactly. It was the old school there. Chris, do you have a favorite cosplayer?
Not yourself.
Not yourself. It can't be yourself. Actually, you know what? I know who Chris's favorite cosplayer was. Here, hold this. Come on, Chris. I have a gift for you.
I know whose favorite
Yeah. Now on Friday we had the Sailor Scouts with Chris, and he was really in love with Sailor Mercury. So Chris, I got this for you. Come on, take off the headphones here. This is a Sailor Mercury doll that I got from the dealer's room there.
She have an afro.
I don't know. That's what I was saying to it there. There's a huge.
It's the old school doll. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's very very old school, but yeah.
Back from the 90s.
Yeah, Chris really wanted to hang out with Sailor Mercury, and
Funny thing is, she's not my favorite Sailor Scout.
yeah, she was. Don't lie, Chris. Yes. Okay. So that was his favorite cosplayer. How about you, Crystal? What were some of your favorite cosplayers at Wicked Fair? I still like the afro. That's pretty sweet.
The one that was naked most.
Yes.
Thanks, Chrissy. I'm gonna keep on doing that. Alrighty. Next topic is cosplayers. You guys are gonna have a little bit more to talk about, I'm sure, at Katsucon rather than what we're gonna talk about, because it is a Renaissance fair. It's kind of hard to judge a favorite cosplayer. Cosplaying is costume playing, so everybody's in costume of some sort. The theme for this event was Fairy Tales Gone Awry. So if you want to talk about cosplaying, sure, there was a lot of Little Red Riding Hoods, a lot of Dorothy's from Wizard of Oz. There was even, you saw a lot of Alice in Wonderlands. So if you want to go into costuming, sure, I guess that's for more of a story. Other than that, there's a lot of alternative like minds here. So some of them aren't really costumes, just what they wear every day. Nothing wrong with that. But as far as a general consensus between me, Lee, and Jay, we really don't have a favorite cosplayer, because it's just everybody has such a similar but yet unique style that it's like, I mean, some things were prettier to look at than others, but not where it's like, oh, that's that character from blah, blah, blah. It's not like that here. So we just enjoyed what people came up with. All right, back to you, Ernie.
So, well, thank you very much, Crystal. Now, next up is our question of the con. And we asked cosplayers everywhere, what was their favorite Chuck Norris joke? So, here's what they had to say. What is your favorite Chuck Norris joke?
So many.
So many.
If you don't...
My favorite Chuck Norris joke is Chuck Norris doesn't need a control key, he's already in control.
That's a good one. I like that one. You don't... I have a whole book full of ones if you want to try. Oh, there you go.
Okay. Why they say it's raining cats and dogs, Chuck Norris is probably just visiting the local animal hospital.
I think that says
How
when.
dare you keep my fellow cats in captivity?
Say that under Chuck Norris's chin is not his chin.
There's another fist.
Yes, a Family Guy.
Chuck Norris can swing a revolving door. Come on, guys, there's tons of them.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I can't remember exactly how it goes, but it's the evolution didn't happen. Chuck Norris just chose what animals he liked. Something like that.
I don't know. What was that? Oh, I'm trying to remember.
Yeah,
I know which one you're talking about there.
His tears could cure cancer.
But unfortunately, he doesn't cry.
Here?
Okay.
All right, let's see. Which one is your favorite from the page?
Oh God. When Chuck Norris has a crush on a girl, it usually ends with a few broken bones.
You don't find Chuck Norris finds you.
It's Chuck Norris. I don't know.
Are you serious?
I don't know. It's Chuck Norris. He's like a god.
So you have no... that trumps them all, so...
Chuck Norris can do anything.
So everybody, what was your favorite Chuck Norris joke?
Okay, my favorite Chuck Norris joke. Well, let's see. World War II ended May 6, 1945. Chuck Norris was born on May 5th, 1945. Coincidence? I think not.
How about you, Chrissy? What was
Mine
your favorite?
was always hard, but I think it'd have to be that, Chuck Norris visited the Virgin Islands. They're now called the Islands.
How about you?
Mine's probably the classic Family Guy joke. Did you hear that under his beard isn't actually a chin, it's just another fist? That's what it is.
That's a good one there. I heard that we heard that one a lot. And then another common one was Chuck Norris's tears can cure cancer or AIDS or whatever. But unfortunately, he doesn't cry. So.
Yep.
He does. Which one's your favorite, Chris? All right, so Jesus can walk on water, but Chuck Norris can swim through land. Thank you very much, Chris.
That's good, Chris.
That is good. Now, our final... Oh, that'll be mine right there?
What's yours?
Oh, what's mine?
Yeah.
You stole it. It's the Virgin Island one. Yeah, I love that one. Oh, what was it? What is yours?
My other favorite one is that Chuck Norris broke a mirror just by looking into it, because even a mirror knows that you can't get it in between Chuck Norris and Chuck Norris.
All right, not bad there.
What was the other one? All of Chuck Norris's genes are dominant.
There's so many that we can name right there.
We were reading books of them.
Yeah, exactly. So. All right. Well, anyways, moving along. Ratings. Ratings for the weekend. Now, first, we're going to head on up to Crystal in New Jersey for Wicked Faire. Crystal, tell us what is your rating from 1 to 10? Give your take on Wicked Faire.
Thanks, Ernie. Okay, we are now going to give our ratings of this event. Final ratings? What is your rating scale 1 to 10, 10 being the best?
This con was freaking awesome. I give it a solid 9 out of 10. It had a lot of interesting stuff that we don't usually see. It was very mature. There were, because it's 16 and up, there weren't a lot of young kids screaming, making a lot of noise. There definitely wasn't a lot of yaoi fans running around being immature and doing silly things. And everybody was very cool. It's a little different, and it was a lot of fun. Everybody should come here at least once. What about you?
Okay, my rating would be as well a 9 out of 10, solid 9 out of 10. This is pretty much everything that I wanted out of the Renaissance Fair in a way. So it was great. I mean, the layout was confusing to me a little bit, but this is the first time I'm coming. So next year, I think I would be more prepared on what to expect, But
I still say the layout wouldn't have been quite as bad if they had told us where stuff was supposed to be, but I can't really help that.
I was hoping that there was going to be a little bit more information on the website to what to expect, but maybe that was a surprise of it all. They really wanted you to just go and experience it. Just have fun.
It was kind of fun once we started figuring out where stuff was.
Yeah. It took us a couple hours to realize, this is the way they're working it. Awesome.
That's why you should come on Friday.
Yeah, honestly, I would.
3 days is much better than 1 day, so definitely start on Friday and figure your way out first.
Get that hotel room. Okay. Jay is giving this a solid 9 out of 10 as well. I think we all kind of just felt the same way about the layout and just as far as the experience that we got. It could have been a little warmer for the fire shows outside, but we have some amazing footage of that. Can't wait for you to see it. So it is an average of 9 for us.
Solid 9 across the board.
Yep. Back to you, Ernie.
Thank you, Crystal. So for this weekend, for here at Katsucon, what would you, from a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest, how would you rate it and why? And I'll start with you, Molly.
I don't know. I had a bunch of personal issues with some of my friends, so I mean, it would be probably maybe like an 8, but because of the personal drama, probably maybe like a 6. Unfortunately.
It happens. So the final
problems can really affect it.
I met you guys, so I mean.
Exactly. There you go. Now you met us. So. All right, how about you, Chrissy? What would you rate this weekend?
Overall, I did have fun. There were a couple of issues, like we couldn't get a hold of people on Friday.
Yeah.
Vice Pres.
But I'm fine with that.
But other than that, I think I just give it like an 8 or a 9. It was a lot of fun. Didn't go to all panels, but I didn't really want to. And walking around and meeting and talking to people was fun.
Okay. How about you, Dustin? What would you rate this weekend and why?
About a 7.5 and an 8 or an 8 around that area. It was a good con. Nothing really dramatic happened that made everyone go crazy, but it was still pretty good. And of course, Captain's always sexy, so it's always nice to see him there.
So, all right, I would give this convention an 8 because it wasn't really like it wasn't like there's nothing like memorable that happened this weekend, but overall I did have a good time. We met a lot of people. Yes, we met. Oh no! So our rating. How about you, Chris? What would you give it?
Give me a second.
Yes.
Is the camera moving?
Yeah.
All right. Now we gotta measure the number.
You asshole! Come on, there you go. What would you give, 1 to 10? What would you?
Maybe 9.
A 9. Chris gives it a 9. So. You enjoyed. Yeah, hanging out is just awesome here, especially with this gorgeous area right here.
True.
So overall, our overall score is 7. Yes, 7.8 for the entire weekend here. Now, that's about average there. So that's around the average there. So all right. So for the next con that we're going to be at is at PAS Springfest New York, which is March 12th. That's a Saturday. So if you want to see us there, that's the next convention we'll be covering. So then finally, some final thoughts over the weekend. But first, we're going to toss it over to Crystal. Crystal, some final thoughts from Wicked Faire.
All right, thank you, Ernie. Now it's come time for my final thoughts. Honestly, this is probably one of the best events I've ever been to. I had a great time. I think all three of us did here. We look forward to covering more of Jeff's events. Thank you, Jeff, so much for helping us out. He runs this whole thing. Thank you to him and to his staff for being there for us. We loved it. We loved being your press. Now, I mean, even I enjoyed seeing the vendors I've seen at other conventions or fairs or festivals. You know, Regal Pewter, love you guys. Christina, Aurora, Kitchen Witchery, so glad to see you guys again after so long. Keep up the great work. Looking forward to seeing you in the future. Let's see. You know, honestly, I really want to come here for 3 days next time. 1 day was just not enough. There was so much that we saw, and we had to remember, oh yeah, exactly what I said before. Oh yeah, we have to eat dinner, don't we? So it's want to do so much. It's only so much you can do in 1 day. But next year, definitely invest in that hotel room. This one does overflow really quickly. So there are local hotels to go to that are literally in the same parking lot practically. So it's no excuse. Gotta come down here. And as for alternative, darker crowd, since this is the darker version of the Renaissance Fair, so honestly, I've never met more than bunch of friendly people in my life. Everybody was really cordial here. You know, it's risque. It's, you know, you have your burlesque, you have your belly dancers, you have your steampunk galore. Who's wearing pasties? They really should be wearing pasties. But they're all just enjoying, having a good time, and you can totally respect that. You respect people just letting themselves go and just enjoying the moment. This is what this is about, just to do that. You know, and for Jeff just running this for 6 years, you know, as much as there was a couple things I was a little confused about, but honestly I think it was really well put together. For this still feels like an early event, you know, only 6 years, but I think at this rate this place has been hopping. You know, that you have some vendors that are going to be working till 4 o'clock in the morning. I like that. I like the fact that they've been having constant steady flow, and at this rate, I can see them doing this for a long time. Thank you so much for having us. Ernie, thank you for sending us down here. And Voltaire, God, thank you for suggesting this to us. Without you, I've never known about this. And we'll see you guys soon.
So final thoughts from Katsucon. Molly, we'll start off with you. Any final thoughts for the weekend?
No, I don't know. I have no idea what to say. So I guess that's my final thought. I don't know.
I don't know.
It was a fun time. Like I said, going in with no expectations, I was pleasantly happy about it.
Can't be disappointed.
No, you can't. Yeah, I can't be disappointed. So, but I had a lot of fun. Depending on if I can get the time off next year, I might come back.
Okay. Yeah. All right. How about you, Dustin? Any final thoughts for the weekend?
I'm sad I'm leaving. It's like a whole other world here. It's kind of nice to be able to not be seen as a kind of like a freak, I guess, in the quote real world, I guess. But besides that, this is my 11th con, and They just get better every time. It's always good.
Yes, we have the Jabberwockies here, so.
Yeah, they're fine, yeah.
Yes. So, all right, my final thought for the weekend is that I just had an overall good time. I got to see you here. I got to see Randy. Chris and Chrissy got to, and we met Molly here. There you go. So it was a good time. And also, where's the guy in the white? That guy is the man over there. Just some guy sitting down is the man right now.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Man. Like actually the man.
Yeah. Yeah, we can't see him there. So, so one final question is that, do you guys plan on coming back next year? You said me. Chrissy said maybe. How about you, Molly?
If I can afford to, and like if next time I'm planning on coming with more than just $3, yes.
Okay.
All right, how about you, Dustin?
Definitely. My 2 cons I always try to get to is Katsucon and Otakon. If I can get the rest of them, then by means, I can.
Jabberwockies, are you coming back next year? Come on over here, come on. Let's see. Get in the shot. Yes, can you get in the shot there? Alrighty. Are you coming back next year? Yes, you guys are. Alrighty. So we might be back here next year too. So we're not sure about that. So everybody squeeze in with the Jabberwockies here.
Yeah.
I'm Ernie Leuk here with the fans POV. So long from Katsucon. Thank you, Crystal, for Wicked Fair. Thank you, everybody there. All right, and here you go. Here's a cap of the entire weekend.
Montage time.
It's a montage time with the listening by lights. All right, we will see you. Can we do the Superman? I want to try that. Hold on.
Excuse me, I'm not thinking clear. It must just be
one crack out of the way. Do you guys want to see the first crack of the show?
Wait.